All right, write an equation for a line that is parallel to the line blah, y equals negative 2x plus 3, and goes to the point 0, 7. Okay, so they want a parallel line. That means the same slope. Okay, well, my slope would be negative 2. Remember, it's y equals mx plus b. That is your slope. So I want a slope of negative 2. I just need to find my b value. Okay, there's two ways of doing this. There's the way I do it, and then there's a way that some people like better, and that's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to take y equals mx plus b and plug in everything we know. I know the slope needs to be negative 2, so I'll plug in negative 2 for m. And then I know this point over here. The x is 0, so x is 0. Y is 7. That's awfully confusing. So I'm going to go 7 plus b, and then just solve for b, which the nice thing about this one is negative 2 times 0 is 0. So b equals 7. Boop, boop, boop. So I can write my equation as y equals negative 2x, because that's your m, plus 7, and that's your answer. All right, the other way of doing this is your point slope form, which some students really like, some students really hate. That is your y minus y1 equals x, x minus x1. That's not an x, that's supposed to be an m. All right, and remember, let me get my pointer out. These two, these are your point. This is your x variable, this is your y variable. Don't plug anything in for those ones. All right, so we're still going to use our slope. We're still going to use our 0, 7. So we'll go y minus 7 equals our slope of negative 2 times x minus, well, in this case, 0. And then you just rearrange it. So that's y minus 7 equals, well, x minus 0 is still x. Yep, that's the bell. And then I move the 7 over, so y equals negative 2x plus 7. And you get the exact same answer. If you don't get the same answer, something's wrong. But whichever way you like better is fine. Cool. Numbers 16 and 17 are the same type deal. I'm going to do the same, do it for both of them. Write a line that is parallel to the line represented in the graph below that goes through point 4, negative 1. So if I want parallel, I want the same slope. So find 2 points on the line, which it is very tempting to use that as a point, but it's not quite right. So I've got 4 and 5. So to go from one to the other, I'll go up 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll go up 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 to the left, so that's negative 4. So my slope is negative 5 fourths. So I got my slope, and I got my point. So we'll do it 2 ways. Y equals mx plus b. My y is negative 1. My slope is negative 5 over 4. My x value is 4 plus b. Negative 1. Remember, top part multiplies, bottom part divides. So 5 times 4 is 20. Divided by 4 is 5. And remember, it's negative, so that's negative 5. Add the 5 over. B equals 4. So your answer is y equals negative 5 fourths x plus 4. If you like slope intercept point slope form, remember that's y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. I have a number of students that like this, so this is how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to go y minus my y1, which remember, that's negative 1, equals negative 5 fourths x minus 4. Okay? So that becomes a y plus 1, and we will distribute this across. So negative 5 fourths x times x is just straight negative 5 fourths x. All right, and we'll use the exact same rubric for here. Remember that the 5 multiplies and the 4 divides. So 5 times 4 is 20, divided by 4 is 5, and a negative times a negative is a positive. So 5 times 4 is 20, divided by 4 comes back to 5. So that's positive 5. Subtract the 1 to the other side, so y equals negative 5/4 x plus 4. Again, you do not have to do this both ways. Just some people like one way versus the other. All right, last but not least, write an equation for a line that is perpendicular to y equals 3x plus 4. Okay, this time we want a perpendicular line. Remember, that is an opposite reciprocal. Flip the fraction and change the sign. So this is 3 over 1. So flip it. We want an m of 1 over 3, and we're going to make it negative. Okay? And then we still have our point 92. Cool? We just have to find our b-value. All right, so here we go. Let's do that right fast. Y equals mx plus b. My y value is 2. My slope is negative 1/3. My x value is 9. My b value I do not know. So 2 equals 1 times 9 is 9. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And bring along your negative. So that's negative 3 plus b. Therefore, b must equal 5. And your answer would be y equals negative 1/3 x plus 5. Cool? If you want to do it the other way, we'll do that right quick. 9 and 2. So I got y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. So that's y minus, my y1 is 2 equals negative 1/3 x minus 9. All right, so that's y minus 2 equals, don't forget, we have to distribute that across the parentheses. So that's just a negative 1/3 x. And then negative 1/3 times 9, remember, top multiplies, bottom divides. 1 times 9 is 9. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And 2 negatives make a positive. So that's a positive 3. Last thing to do, add the 2 to the other side. So y equals negative 1/3 x plus 5. And yay! I got the same thing twice. I hate it when I don't. And there you go. That's that.